Graphic design, social media, marketing, branding? Check out our sponsors Vision Byte Creative Design Studio on visionbyte.co.uk to find out more and use code APE20 for 20% off your first order. Yo, what's going on people? It's your boy Ape Huncho, back at you again with another video. So, there's been an update in the Jordan Brammer trial, and for you guys that don't know what's going on, I'll leave the trial coverage link down in the description. Feel free to go check that out before you continue with this video. But to sum up what's happened so far in the trial, Jordan Brammer, age 15 at the time of his death, had been stabbed on the Broadwater Farm estate, and for you guys that didn't know, is the home to UK drill rap group OFB. We had heard that on the 30th of August 2019, he had been found on the estate after suffering 10 stab wounds, and he later died in hospital. We had heard that his alleged murderer, Romario Lindo, was accused of stealing some trainers from someone who was a friend of someone who Perry was with. When Perry tried to retrieve the trainers, it would be here Lindo is accused of stabbing him to death, and the court had heard a witness had seen the attack where they was quoted as saying, "Stop or you're going to kill him," but after this it's been alleged that Lindo continued to stab Perry another 3 or 4 times. So before we get into the most recent trial updates, the court heard last Tuesday that Lindo had told police he was acting in self-defense and alleged it was Perry who was clearly holding a knife. But in the most recent trial updates, the boy who had bought the trainers described the robbery to the jury at Woolwich Crown Court. The boy, who can't be named for legal reasons, said Lindo had came up to him, adding, "I think he said, 'Come here,' or something like that, and I said no, I didn't want to." The boy then said that Lindo had given him a countdown to hand over the shoes that he was carrying in a bag on his back, explaining he counted up to 5, I was trying to walk away, but he grabbed the bag. I was going to walk away, but he just grabbed it. In an earlier statement to police read to the court, he described Lindo as saying, "Don't make me back out my 15-inch, referring to a knife. But he went on to say he didn't actually see a knife. Continuing his evidence, he described a scuffle, adding, "We were both trying to get the bag, and he punched me in the face." It was then heard that Lindo had made off with gold Nike Air Max 97s worth of £90 before he was eventually pursued by Perry. And he had told the court that before that day, he had never seen Perry because, as previously explained, he was a friend of someone who Perry was with. The court was then told that when he encountered Lindo on Willam Road, Perry, as previously stated, was subjected to an attack all over his body, including knife wounds to his face, neck, chest and buttocks. The teenager described in court that he had witnessed the fight and described trying to hit Lindo with a bag, going on to explain, "There was a pouch on the floor, I picked it up and tried to swing it. I tried to hit him with it, the person that had got the shoes. He then spotted the weapon on the floor and fled, adding, I looked back and there was a knife on the floor next to them close by. He picked it up, the person who got the shoes. After that," he said, "I ran. I picked the shoes up because they were right next to me." During this court hearing, the jury heard about the extent of Perry's injuries, including 1 knife wound which went from one side of his throat to the other. Forensic pathologist Dr. Benjamin Swift described the 6cm cut which passed from Perry's right to his left, across the neck, and others, including a stab wound which went from eye to cheek. In Perry's chest, Dr. Swift had noted the knife was twisted before being pulled out. And that's currently all the trial updates. If there is any more updates, as always, I'll let you guys know. Now again, I was unsure whether Perry was from the estate, but from reading the comments in the last video, I'm pretty sure he's not actually from the estate, and I'm pretty sure he had no affiliation to OFB. Just in case you're watching this video and you're wondering, that's what people were saying in my last video. So I'm pretty sure with the amount of people saying it that he more than likely isn't from the estate and isn't affiliated. And I'm not going to jump the gun and say this wasn't self-defense, but the fact that when the witness allegedly had seen Lindo stab Perry, the fact that they said stop and then for him to deliver a blow to his chest and then twist the knife, you've just got to put that into perspective. But again, it's not down to me and it's down to the jury to decide whether this was in self-defense. And of course there's going to be more evidence coming out, so we can't jump the gun and say whether it was self-defense or not. But again, this was only over some £90 trainers, and we have to put that into perspective that sadly Perry has lost his life and potentially Lindo is going to be going down for a long time. But then again, he might not be. But either way, if he does end up getting found guilty and spends time in jail, we've got to put into perspective that this is over a £90 pair of trainers. It's just not worth it, is it? No amount of money is worth a life at the end of the day. Again, if there is any trial updates, as always, I'll keep you guys updated. So let me know what you guys think of this in the comment section below. Give the video a little like, and if you want the latest drill, street and music news out of the UK, be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. It's been your boy Ape Huncho, and I'm out.